I'm Bob Hefner. I'm the Village Historic Preservation Consultant. Behind me is the Hook Windmill, the most prominent landmark in the village, a symbol of our agrarian history. The Hook Mill was built in 1806 by Nathaniel Dominy V, a very prominent East Hampton craftsman, particularly known as a millwright. He also made a lot of furniture and other implements that people needed here. And this, of course, was a wind-powered gristmill for grinding corn, wheat into flour and animal feed. Since there was no water out here, the windmill was the machine of choice. It's owned by the village of East Hampton. This whole village green is, and the village takes very good care of their historic landmarks, realizing how important they are to the character of the village. Last fall, we noticed some floorboards popping up inside the mill because the outside of the mill had settled and the floorboards were lifting up, so we took them up to investigate what was going on, took some sheathing off, and found some pretty serious deterioration of the first floor frame and the bottoms of the posts. So the result is that we determined that the best course of action was to make a whole new first floor frame, which consists of 4 large beams that cross each other to form the octagon and the sills between them. And we have to put on new bottoms to 7 of the 8 corner posts. And those are going to be either just at the base, 4 to 6 feet long, or some of them are going to go up to the second floor, be 14 feet long. So the process is that we're making the new floor frame at the Village Highway Barn right now.
Hi, I'm Dick Baxter, and I am busy restoring the Hook Windmill for the Village of East Hampton. Let's see, back in 1994, I believe, I bid on the restoration of the Gardner Windmill for the Village of East Hampton, and I won that bid and spent about 2 years restoring that building. It was very interesting, a lot of fun, and the village is so great to work with. It was a pleasurable experience all around. We did a similar, the scope of the project was similar to what we're doing to the Hook Mill now.
We've been here for a couple of years now. I guess we started in the spring of '96 and completely restored the Gardner Windmill. And what we're doing now I'd like to think of as the final touches. We're carving the wind shaft. It's going to go in a couple of weeks, I hope. We'll put the stocks and sails back together, and actually they're being done now by Cheryl Dayton right up the road. And we should have a big fling here.
So we'll get all these laid out, and then because these timbers are new, and if we drop the joists in just where we wanted to, the orientation would change. In the original building, these timbers were not so straight. They were cut from trees that were probably harvested locally or from Gardner's Island or from Connecticut. And the timbers, if you go look, you've probably seen them in the mill, the timbers actually curve. And all of these joists were cut to fit those curves. So we're trying to match in this space what was going on there. And again, thanks to Bob Hefner's exact measurement, we were able to lay out this entire grid to within a 1/16 of an inch of the original. All of the points you see located on the corners of the structure are almost exactly perfect, and they match the configuration of the mill posts.
Here's one of the corner posts we call a cant post, and you can see how it's been captured by Guy Davis, who's going to lift it up just with pressure blocks on the 4 sides. So we're not drilling into the post at all. We hope to maintain the interior face of the post and to put the new wood on the outside. So from the interior, the aesthetics of the mill will be the same. This is one of the worst. You can get a good idea of the situation, the condition of the mill over here. This is the end of one of the transverse beams. This post has sunk down 5 inches. The top of the beam is about right here. The end of the beam obviously rotted away. You can pull it, there it goes. It's all that's left of it. Combination of powder post beetle, other beetles, and just deterioration of the wood.
Nathaniel Dominy V built this mill in 1806, and he built the Gardner windmill in 1804, and I always thought it was fascinating to imagine what was going on in the world then. I mean, here were these wonderful craftsmen, actually, in my opinion, geniuses. They built clocks, furniture, and windmills. And they could do just about anything. And here in 1804, I mean, Napoleon was crowning himself emperor in Europe. Beethoven was alive and flourishing. And here these guys were in this little village on the east end of Long Island building these incredible structures. It's interesting to connect the time to the world and what was going on. I think that's important to realize. I made the wind shaft for the Gardner mill and the wind shaft for this mill, and then I've subsequently worked on the Hayground windmill, which is down on Further Lane, the Pantigo windmill, the BB windmill, and here I am back at the Hook Mill.
It's another hectic moment here at the Hook Mill in East Hampton. We're replacing the wind shaft that broke last December when they were trying to put the lights on. It was discovered that the whole outer end of it had rotted, and it was in danger of falling apart.
No, I'm not sick of windmills. Bring them on. Give me more windmills.
And when we're ready to install that, we'll bring that down here. I'll lift the mill up, and you can see it's all set to be lifted by Guy Davis, who's working for our contractor, Richard Baxter. And he's done it, he's got hold of each of the 8 cant posts by pressure, so we don't have to drill into them. They're just pressure plates on either side. He's going to lift that up, take the old floor frame out, put the new one in, splice on the new bottoms to the corner posts, and put them back down. And hopefully, when we get up higher in the mill, as we go through the process of reshingling, we'll find that it's in fairly good condition, but we don't know for sure.